Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. This is Turndawg, and we're coming to the end of the road for Ace Combat here. So we're at the final game, and we're at the final game of the series here. Oh, hey Tim, fancy seeing you here. Here I'm gonna jump over to the frame here, and we're gonna go back and do our map thing. So here's the map. Oh, that's the map. That's the Ace Combat 6 map. Let's hold on. There we go. You like seeing this map, don't you? So once again, we got our map of the world of Ace Combat and many other Namco games. Let's do a brief synopsis of what all the conflicts throughout the series have been. So let's see. The fighting going on in hold on, I gotta reset transform. There is the fighting going on in the entire for the first four games has taken place entirely on the Usian continent here on the far eastern portion of the world. So, one and two I think took place mostly on like an island archipelago just south of it, just south of the Usian continent, and then three took place on the entire thing, and four took place, spanning the entire continent, and then we moved on to five, where we moved on over to Osea and Yuktobania, and we started to dig into Belka a little bit, and then Ace Combat Zero, which took place after, which is a prequel to five, was all about a war involving Belka and Ustio, and basically every surrounding nation like fighting back against Belka, also known as Ace Combat Nazi Germany, but never learns its lessons. And then we went over all the way to Ace Combat 6, where we went over to this the Anian or Aenean continent with Ameria and Estovakia, and we just finished that up. Destroyed a giant railgun by flying through its barrel in with one of the easiest, if not the easiest, tunnel run of the entire franchise. So, what does that leave us? We're going back to Ace Combat 7, and we are going back to Usia. And for some reason, the war is going to involve Usia and Osea. Usia is very angry that or not Usia, but Erusia is very angry that Osea is building a space elevator just outside of Erusian territory. And that's kind of the yes, that's exactly why my island's named Grace Maria. It's the capital of Ameria. And I just wanted to come up with an Ace Combat name and stuff, and I wound up with that. And yeah, my Animal Crossing has a lot of Ace Combat reference to it. The town flag is Ameria's flag, and the town name is Grace Mary after their capital. So, yeah. Anyhow, that's our Strange Real map. Let's fire this game up. I had to do a little silly dual monitor setup to get to capture Ace Combat 7 properly. So, yeah. Let's lock this. Launch the game. Ace Combat 6 came out in 2007. Ace Combat 7 came out last year, the start of 2019. So, I've already mentioned before that it's entirely possible that I feel like Ace Combat 6 may have helped cause some damage or whatever. I think a lot of it is the fact that they jumped to Xbox 360. But yeah, over 10 years apiece. But not in the Ace Combat world. I'm adjusting my mic. Hold on. Pardon all the noise. But here we go. Ace Combat 7. It's been 12 years between 6 and 7, and we finally get a new Ace Combat, and I'm gonna have to say it's pretty solid. I'm going to full screen this real quick, so that way I get a proper screen here. Hold on. I just want to make sure everything is set. It's a little bit of a wonky setup for me. Full screen projector, put it on the TV. Excellent. Now I get you guys in glorious full screen. All right. Oh heck no, I don't use a stick for this. Yes, Echo, welcome to Plane. Game uses an autosave feature. Unfortunately, this game does not have a new game option. It exclusively uses New Game Plus, so I have to back up and delete my save data in order to run it. So, all right, big tip, big tip for anyone, big tip for anyone who's new to this and is actually interested in getting this game. Do never pick standard controls. Standard controls are actually harder to operate with than expert. Expert is you use the stick to control, use the sticks to the left stick controls pitch and roll, and the triggers control yaw. Standard is you hit the left and the plane auto adjusts so that it turns flat left and stuff like that. I mean it's obviously more like, you know, Star Fox Rogue Squadron type of thing, but the thing is in Ace Combat that don't fly. No pun intended. You wind up with some of the precise maneuvering you need to do in some of the situations. Standard controls are a little trickier. Yeah. In most games, standard is called novice and expert's called normal or standard. So it's silly. All right, we're gonna do English dialogue. Hey Echo, we could play the game with Polish subtitles for you if you'd like, but I'm sticking with English because I think more people are just will more easily understand that. All right, I'm just gonna run to the options, make sure everything's set up right. Control type expert. Let's see, high G turn settings. High G turn. Okay, I think I just have it like that. Reduce collision damage. Turn damage reduction for surface collisions on or off. Turning it on reduces the damage you take from contact with terrain under certain conditions. Well, that's silly. How about no? I just gotta make sure my everything is here. The controls for camera movement. Press up. Oh, press down to move the camera up. That's usually how I. Oh, I'll probably hate it. I'll probably have to change it right away. Let's see. The triggers are set to accelerate and decelerate. No, let's switch that up. So that way the bumpers are accelerate and decelerate, and the triggers are yaw. All right. What is the radar and switch weapons? All right. I'm used to Type B, which is you hit the select button to switch weapons, and you use the well, I'm using a PlayStation controller right now, and you use the square button to toggle the radar map display. But you can switch between them, whatever. There is flight stick support, but Ace Combat is a very arcadey game, so that's mostly just a result of like I'm running it. It is wiggling rapidly, and a lot of it is just like it's kind of like an aliasing effect, I think. I currently have some anti-aliasing on, and I'm not sure if it really cuts it. I just have it's less noticeable at higher resolutions, but I have to run this down to like 720p in order to capture it properly. So, oh, Echo. All right, I think I have all my other settings actually set correctly. So, well, okay, let's play the game. All right, before we start, I'm just going to straight up say that the campaign in this game, the storyline is very similar in terms of the way it's told as Ace Combat 6. So if you remember, Ace Combat 6 is like cutscenes were basically like, you know, relating to characters that had nothing to do with the story until the very final mission. Well, I mean, this is still like the campaign's mostly being like told from the perspective of characters that aren't that aren't like that are tangentially related to the main character, but at least in this case, they're a lot closer. So they're a lot more directly like involved with the main character throughout the course of the story, whether they're on the good guys or the bad guys, or however you see it. Ace Combat, but oh my gosh, every enemy is Andros. Hold on, I'm gonna take a look at my. I want to double check something with my. I want to double check something with my chat settings because it looks like my chat is like, yeah, it's hugging the edge. I'm gonna unlock my chat and just adjust it a little bit if it'll let me. No, it's not. No, there we go. Okay, I just moved the chat slightly away from the edge, so it doesn't, like, cutting right to the end. Sorry for the hang up. It's just it is a bit of a tricky setup here. All right, normal difficulty. Those who are used to Ace Combat controls know the difficulty cannot be changed partly through. So you pick a difficulty, you stick with it. Here we go.
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you?
The cutscenes are a little loud, but that's about it.
It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force.
It'll be a little bit like
He lost
Ace
faith in
Combat
the
6,
Ocean Air Defense the day
but
my dad died in battle.
the characters it follows are
I wish you could see what it's like.
the characters involved. The characters are more directly involved with the player than they were in 6.
Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years
They're dirty
and 8
glasses.
months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right.
They restored an
I gone
F-104.
from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful.
Yep, your hand's dirty. Go fly.
Then, finally,
That is terrifying. The
I
thought of
was ready
flying
to
like
break
something
the
like
sound
that.
barrier.
A supersonic
All this
fighter
plane
jet.
could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up.
That you literally just built yourself. I don't remember what her last name was. First name's Avril. And no, her last name's not Levine.
So, I flew up. Straight up. Through the clouds. Higher into the sky. Dark blue. I could almost touch it. Then I saw Osia's fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Crap. You should have put in my best to see this piece of junk. Should have built it to turn too.
Brilliant plan. fly up in a fighter jet with
Everyone
absolutely no
here?
IFF.
Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Yuzha as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Yuzhan ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Grays Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead. What? How is that possible?
The tank farm to the north has been bombed.
Many injured.
Scramble! All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base.
Uh-oh.
This is not a drill.
Alright. You play as Trigger, the new rookie for some sort of, like, UN sort of paramilitary, thingamajigger. It's a very fancy map, Tim. There's no drill in sight. Or a driver, or anything. Alright. Okay, so I also have access to all these DLC planes, which I will not be using. I do have access to all these fancy planes that you technically shouldn't have access to, but let's see. We have access to the Falcon, which came from Ace Combat's, Ace Combat, 2 and Ace Combat 5. But, let's see, you may recognize this one, the Morgan, which was, Pixie's plane in Ace Combat 0, the one he used to, fight you, and you played plane jousting with him at the end. And he was all like, "Here comes the snow." And couldn't decide between using missiles, lasers, or just nuking everything. But we're just gonna stick with the actual plane we're supposed to be using. And this guy, this is related to the story, so spoilers. We'll get our F-16 here and 4 air missiles, and that's about it. All right, away we go.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Mage Squadron, huh? That's what I'm a member of. It took a little while for me to actually get started. I'd probably do a little bit of overtime. We'll see.
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening?
How's the volume level so far?
Clear that runway.
I think they're pretty decent. I did test it a bit.
Column Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron. Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff.
Alright. Excellent, thanks, Echo.
It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Accelerate. It's giving me a tutorial how to take off.
Column Squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and form up with
Alright.
Mage 2, altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
Yeah, I know how to play the game.
Whoa, looks like the harbor's taking a lot of...
Oh my gosh. Yep. My camera controls need to be inverted.
damage.
There we go.
More casualties. Time to stop the bullshit.
Yeah, this game has much more of a potty mouth than the rest of the Ace Combat games. Just so you know.
Roger that.
Going for understood.
This is the AWACS Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit
Good to
our
know.
radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Wilco. Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element.
Fly with me.
You gotta keep an eye out for enemy bombers.
Missile away.
There you go.
Okay, here we go. Looks like bombers have been located.
I feel like the composer like took a cue from Christopher Nolan's soundtracks when they made the music for this game.
Trigger, switch your radar.
A lot of heavy chords. Like, what the hell, inverted controls? How do I play this? Then you realize it's supposed to make sense that way.
Sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken.
Because it's the whole like, you know, like you're operating the stick, so you got to pitch up, pitch down.
Let's go introduce ourselves.
Come on, let's use our 4 air missiles to take out those MiGs.
Watch out for the support aircraft.
Oh no, I'm making sure to take out those support aircraft. Got him.
Eliminated. This should make the job easier. Destroy the target.
Now let me take out the bomber.
Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2.
I'm just that good.
Mage 2, target's in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this.
So this is a much. So the missions are a lot smaller scale in this compared to Ace Combat 6. They're back to sort of what they were in like 4, 5, and 0.
Your special weapon.
Oh, I'm using my special weapon for sure.
Mage 2.
That's it. It's great when it's simple.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
I've only got I got 10-4 AIMs left.
Still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece. Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Oh, their triggers.
Oh, watch it, bro.
Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid.
Nope.
Wilco,
Too bad. I'm doing
go
stupid
with
things.
Maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Don't get attached to these.
Radio.
I'm gonna say don't get attached to these teammates. They don't stay yours for long. Spoilers.
Go.
And high G
Mage, 2 direct
turn
groups.
right now.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify. Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus. This is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass.
What kind of response is that?
Tell them apart.
Mage 2, locked.
This is also the first game in which you can use countermeasures of some sort. I mean, they mark them as flares and everything, but it's basically some sort of countermeasure to try to knock missiles off of your tail. Which there are lots of missiles in this game. But you may notice that my HUD doesn't disappear when I, like, you know, spin the camera now. I think they learned their lesson from 5, or not from 5, but from 6, that people don't like that.
Target is in range of guns.
It took them 7+ games to add flares. Oh, man.
Enemy bomber hit, but still airborne. Finish it off.
Good thing we're just taking out Ruski bombers, right?
Mage 2, missile launch.
Don't let them destroy the harbor. Where the hell are our fighters? The harbor is under heavy fire.
Mage 2's bandit confirmed down.
They can burn with their whole payload.
Oh boy, we got a lot of bombers over here.
Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between life and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
Roger. We heard Roger a lot on stream over the past couple of weeks, didn't we? A lot of people saying Roger. Russian News Network. Oh, these guys are all getting...
Enemy has a
Yep.
lock on you.
Boom, got them all. We now have a directional indicator for missiles.
To Gollum and Mage, job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
I'm just that good.
Good going, Mage 2.
Stay sharp, think fast, eat ass.
What it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't
No,
try to
no,
be
I'm
a
really
hero.
good.
I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Column Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones? What's the deal with all the drones?
No drones.
Column 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
Excited to finally be on this game.
I am Princess Rosa Cosette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Citizens of Erusia.
Your call sign is Mage 2.
Alright. Alright, I'm gonna have to make an important decision.
We are currently
The name of the
assessing
prince, I
damage
don't
to the
know.
base.
I do not
We
know
have
who the
confirmed
princess
that the aircraft
name was
carrier
in Sonic
Albatross
06.
was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Usian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe.
So Erusia just
Many
launched
lives
this
are
whole
lost
bunch of
by
surprise
failing to
attacks all
recover
over the
from
place.
opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here.
Yeah.
Our thanks.
Oh, how the tides turn. How quickly the tide turns. I got an A rank. Not the best. Feature unlocked. The aircraft tree has been unlocked in campaign mode. Okay, this is important, you guys. I'm going to need your input. I'm going to need your input on the next mission. We have an aircraft tree and I'm going to have to choose which direction to take when I start buying aircraft.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on, I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Usia, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown.
Ace Combat
Our
5
sources
reference.
in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Usia, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Usian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from
And what does the
ENA.
Erusia say?
Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Usia was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning.
That was Ace Combat
That's
4's
the war
war.
my dad fought and died in. The biggest nation.
Oh no, this is the same asteroid incident.
Head to head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied
That was
themselves
that was
elite
the
and
actual
bring
war
peace
that
and
Ace Combat
stability
4
to the
was.
world. They even tried saving the Usians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usia, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer.
What a time! Literally the worst possible moment. Decides to fly up her plane right as war starts to break
In case you were
out.
wondering, yeah, I survived.
Shouldn't
I
have.
crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
Princess Rosa Cassette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Today, Osean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Erusians. Their attacks practically leveled the school I went to. It is heartbreaking.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Usian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was
Barbed wire,
parked in
not
front of
razor
the
wire.
gate.
Oh, it is razor wire. Never mind. I'm dumb.
Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison.
Well, yeah, you're not
This
gonna
place
go to a
looked like a
base.
full-on
You're gonna go to
But half
jail.
The tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out and set the dogs on me.
Yes, try to escape a military prison. That'll work out for you. Meanwhile, in peacekeeping force land.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Osean Federation and all countries on the Usian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Usia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Will do. Air superiority. Gotcha. Wait, what? You can, to obtain aircraft, weapons, and aircraft parts at the aircraft tree to gain the upper hand in missions. Wow. Really, Namco? Namco, you made a big typo. Okay. Alright, guys. Chad, I'm gonna need some, I need some guidance from you. The aircraft tree. Alright, let's just explain how the aircraft tree works. Basically, I can unlock different paths and I can purchase different aircraft. No, Pete, Dog is not... You did not get to Dog yet. We have not reached Dog yet. It might be soon. I think it's a couple missions later. Alright, important thing. So the aircraft tree, this is how you buy your aircraft now. You go through across different trees and you find, like, aircraft and parts upgrades and stuff like that. Now, the important thing is that the aircraft tree branches off into 4 directions. And I'm going to need your guys' help to decide where we go on this aircraft tree. We could go up. So up is a Japanese Air Defense Force, or the Japanese Defense Force line. So like all Japanese variants of aircraft go this way. We could go a straight American route and go with most like American planes. We could take a European route and go for various European planes, or we could go a Russian route. So here's my question to you, chat. Japan, America, Europe, or Russia? Alright, it's good mobility, so don't spend 15 minutes trying to tail one guy. I think I'll be pretty solid either way. The only thing I'll say is, I don't mean to push my thumb on the scale here, but I'm not too fond of going through a Russian route because all the planes look identical and are just variants of the Su-27. So... So it's hard, but how about Japanese? Okay. Alright, that's great. My first playthrough I did American, so let's do Japanese. I unfortunately don't have enough money to buy the first Japanese plane, which is the F-2A, but we'll look into that later. They do not turn into Transformers, Tim. But I do get access to a prototype aircraft, so that's pretty cool that way. Let's start our mission. Bam, bam, bam. Silly music. Select parts. Right. In your aircraft tree, you also find upgrades, which can sort of like alter the stats of your plane and everything. So, looks like I already got a single part. I'm guessing it's a default part that you start with once you unlock the tree. But now we're good. Whatever. You'll get more parts as you play through the game. I think you get a pretty cool aircraft part just in the story, and then the rest you unlock through the tree. Charge the enemy. Destroy the enemy ground facilities. Cloud cover broken. So the big graphical gimmick in this game is clouds. Clouds are big in this game. Clouds are very big.
On rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
I know how to yaw, guys.
Fox 2.
Oh, this game's gorgeous looking.
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Trust me, the clouds will be... Oh yeah, all the trees. They really got the ground details good in this one. It's not just...
We can't wait any longer. We need interceptors now. We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound.
I think there's also a mod that I have that that drastically increases the LOD.
Take them down.
Because I think the default LOD is how it is on consoles, but you can't set the LOD normally.
To our entire force via satellite.
It's either a mod or it's just a simple ini file change.
2 targets remaining.
That radar was just about to go online. We pushed the plan forward too fast. The base was too far from Allied territory. You're targeted. Trigger, there's 1 more to go.
Oh yeah, I got the last radar vehicle, don't you worry.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work. Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Move the enemy aircraft away from the base.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
Oh boy, we got planes.
We're behind the enemy. No, they're not linked to the radar vehicle. Launch manually. Redo the setup.
Yeah, your missile tracking is a bit better in this game compared to 6.
Write your manuals in a language we can understand. Box 2.
Locked.
I say that as I keep whiffing on a MiG-21.
Missile away.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
Oh yeah. Missile had diminished tracking capabilities in the clouds. This is true for all aircraft, whether friend or foe, so you can use the clouds to effectively evade missiles, and so can enemies. And this is important because missile tracking overall is much better for both sides. Like both friends and foes have better missile tracking, which really helps that you have the missile direction indicator on your HUD now. We have to be careful. If you stay in clouds too long, you can ice up, and that actually reduces. That actually like cripples your controls for a little bit.
Box 2.
Wait, so you want us to take down the enemy without damaging any public facilities? That's gonna be a circus.
4 targets remaining.
Oh, I'm out of special weapons.
The enemy has a lock on you, H2.
Tom 4, Fox 2. Breaking.
Target is hit. 3 targets remaining.
Got him.
Launch preparations complete. Bolts are
I also like the subtle screen. Well, not the not so subtle screen shaking that they put in when you destroy targets. It's
away.
has a bit extra satisfaction. Oh no! Uh-oh.
What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogies on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're cleared to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be the drones.
Oh boy, we got drones.
No doubt about it, we're dealing
The drones are pretty nasty in this game.
That doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down.
H2.
These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed.
Yep, it's explaining how to use a high G turn. which is hit the throttle and the brake at the same time while turning
Column 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and
to
get
turn
out.
harder.
It doesn't matter. He's saying the war can change in an instant. Get over it. Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning.
Bandit evaded the attack.
Missile.
I've maneuvered behind the enemy.
Missile.
Don't try to read their movements.
H2, they have a lock on you.
Oh, trust me, I know.
Missile.
On target 6.
Missile. Missile.
Column 3, Fox 2.
Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah. Column Squadron, you're not gonna let
Hell
me
yeah.
story, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Column Squadron, surround them. I'm buying dinner for anyone
Doing a lot
who
of
takes
target
down
cam
an
on
enemy.
this.
There's a bar
That's
I wanna
fine.
try.
You're doing good. Just 2 more.
Behind target and ready to attack. Crap. The aircraft is icing up. I'm getting a warning.
Get out of the clouds, the ice will melt.
One to go. Let's get through this without any casualties.
Staying too long as the cloud causes the aircraft to freeze, lowering stability, maneuverability, making it easier to slow.
Down and pull the trigger.
Oh man, it's speeding away.
They won't show up on the radar. I'm glued to this one.
Alright, got him.
Nice kill trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
That's some beautiful
No
ground.
point arguing. That's how war is
Especially
these
after
days.
looking at all the other ace
You
combats.
shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
Alright. Don't you worry, P. We'll get to the scene at some point. Hopefully this stream. Pretty sure we
You've given
will.
us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours.
Yeah, counteroffensive. And don't be surprised by all the cutscenes. Oh, I was about to say I figured we were gonna have more cutscene, but nope, we're gonna jump right into the next level.
The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier Kestrel 2 was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel 2 is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Gray's Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more.
Yeah, it's kind of a
Listen
crappy
carefully.
name.
Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone.
But Don't you get it, Echo?
Airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new
Unmanned
drone,
aircraft
MQ-101.
carrier, the Arsenal Bird.
The Ocean Army headed
Be aware of that. This is the Arsenal Bird's the super weapon.
Them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
Well, yeah, Pelican would make sense, but what is it? Well, the other aircraft carrier was called Vulture, and I'm sure there was one called Buzzard in Ace Combat 5. And I guess calling it Kestrel 2 is straight up like, hey, remember we had a aircraft carrier called Kestrel in 5? Now we have a new aircraft carrier that's named after the Kestrel. Alright, let's look at aircraft tree and see if we can jump onto our Japan line. Yes, we can. We have enough money to afford to get to the F2A. Yeah. Should be Eagle. Always Eagle. There we go. F2A is basically like a big a bigger international variant of the F-16 that is quite prominent in the Japan's Self-Defense Force, if I recall correctly. Alright, I'm just going to focus on buying up part upgrades so I can get to the next plane. Bomb power up, sure. Tactical laser and pulse laser range. I don't have either one of those. So what do we got? We got long range air-to-surface missiles. Let's see. High-speed air-to-air missiles and rockets. Well, I'm not going to really do much with the F2A in that case, in that sense. Then we'll eventually get to the F-15J, and then we'll go on from there. Start the mission with our new F2A, a multi-role aircraft based on the F-16, designed with its country's needs in mind. Japan. It shows its greatest strength in interdictions at sea, can hold its own aerial combat. Yeah, it's basically a bigger F-16. All right, let's do some parts. I can just put all of them, the light bliss, cutting edge air brakes. So enhanced acceleration, enhanced deceleration, and increases special bomb power. I don't have any bombs, but we'll just put it on there just because we can.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete.
Take down the bandits. Any wet bandits? Leaving the water running?
Refueling initiated. Maintain your current position.
Oh boy. Refuel.
100. Trigger, maintain your current approach.
That was easy.
Excellent work, Trigger.
Let's see how the refueling looks. I still have to say that's unbelievably precise. How you actually how people actually do that in real life is amazing.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace.
Oh boy, just take out a bunch of air targets.
That doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Also, just like the rest of the Ace Combat games, this game has a banging soundtrack.
Looking good, Mage Squadron.
Oh, air currents will affect, so you actually can get affected by heavy wind in this game.
Dirty things.
Dirty things.
Stick to them like glue. Don't let them out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins. Enemy reinforcements. I don't like these odds. Red flag coming. Quick.
You can you click both sticks together to use flares. Use chat for flares, and right now I got 5 flares on this plane. Each plane has a different amount of flares to use.
Bandits are in the clouds. They took a bite out of me. Breaking. Gargoyle squadron, chase them down.
Now we're lined up.
Eject. We've got this. We can't recover. We need reinforcements now.
Missile launched.
Bandit in my sights. Locked on. Taking some enemy. Nice kill.
1 remaining.
Looks like they weren't ready for a fight.
Already got them all.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
I haven't even broken a sweat. Seems to be crazy to pick a fight with us. A rabid dog would know better. Missile incoming! Evade! Break!
What the hell?
Caution! Missile!
Caution! A large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert.
Oh boy. Arsenal bird's coming. That's what that thing is. It just carries a massive swarm. A literal swarm of drones.
They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock. Break! Now!
We're just waiting for mission command.
Luckily, the drones only take 1 hit, but dear God, do they swarm and fly around a lot. It has to.
I can't get a read on these bandits. They're dodging everything I throw at them.
All aircraft, no change in game plan. Destroy the arsenal bird.
Destroy the Arsenal bird. Okay.
Golem Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
Oh, there it is.
Bandits are fast as hell.
Oh my gosh, missiles everywhere!
Damn. Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Gargoyle Squadron, this is Gargoyle 1. Skeleton Squadron needs help. The hell are we supposed to do? Status?
Verifying the situation.
I can't get a lock. We'll pass out some exhaustion before the enemy wears down. Column 2, missile, evade!
Evading!
This is Column 3, Column 2's hit! Status report.
It is terrifying trying to evade all these missiles that the Arsenal bird launches. And the Arsenal bird fires tons of missiles.
Skeleton 3's lost.
Coming. What's the plan? Where's that report? Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ, what's happening?
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority. How'd that happen?
Yeah, this is it. This is the end of the game.
What the hell? Caution. All aircraft, stay alert.
Uh-oh.
Breaking!
Force field.
Skeleton 2 lost.
We got incoming!
Skeleton Squadron is down. We've had too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
Brilliant observation. They did it earlier, more of us would have survived to hear it.
Save your chatter for the debriefing. Golem and Mage Squadron, give our allies some time to escape.
Muko, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Oh, now we gotta take the
Get back
drones.
to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort column 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. I'm back and
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
Copy that. Returning home.
Mage Squadron, you're going toe-to-toe with the UAVs. Good work. Mage 2, locked.
Now, firing.
Under.
Mage 2, UAV down.
Don't know.
Retreating aircraft.
I think the force field, the shield thing, it just cannot fire missiles once it's got the shield deployed. I don't know. It's silly. Ace Combat magic.
On his tail. Not on my watch. They have a lock on you. Shake 'em.
More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
Oh my gosh.
My status is fine.
An unknown enemy. What?
Retreating aircrafts, prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Golem 2, engage now. Attack.
It's like the shield bearers in Earth Defense Force.
Gargoyle 1. Caution! Missile! Skykeeper. Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell? Golem 2, status report. Just talk to me.
I'm against an Su-30. Orange wingtips. I can't shake it off. It's magically move
Oh no. Enemy ace.
Stop dogfighting and run.
Locked.
The longer it takes, the worse our odds of getting out of here are. Machines don't get tired. That's it, Trigger. They're machines. Don't show them any mercy. That a boy, Mage 2. Just keep firing. Get those UAVs off of friends.
Get your asses out.
Oh my gosh, this thing's just swerving like crazy. Get him! Get him!
Mage 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
Fort-raised aircraft. We'll let you take it easy next time. Damn it, I can't break away!
I mean, unfortunately, hypothetical beam weapon or railgun would still be able to go through it.
I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
This is not good. Brownie, break off. Don't think, focus.
Still have their hot shot? Then we just might take it out. Don't look back, just have faith.
Allied plane is scared. She's being chased by some sort of enemy ace we can't see.
Main squadron, get those things off my ass!
I'm tied up now. Trigger, can you help him?
I'm working on it.
Seconds could be life or death for them. Hurry up. I know. All we can do is fly away as fast as we can.
That's it, baby. Come to Poppy. Hell of a good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
I'm grateful you're around.
Golem 2, what's your status? Status report.
He's a predator. The weak get eaten.
Golem 2, get a hold of yourself. Golem 2, get away from the enemy.
Mage 2, support! Somebody! Support!
Oh, we lost someone.
Golem 2, lost.
Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got Brownie?
I'm afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry.
Oh, I got all the drones though.
All UAVs have been splashed.
God, look at the condensation around the wings when you bank and stuff.
I said what I had to say. About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, withdraw.
P, if you're still here, I think the scene in question might be coming up soon. I'm not 100% certain, but it might be close.
Page 2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach. Runway is clear. Page 2, you are cleared for landing. 2 miles to runway. Page 2, lower speed.
I'm working on it.
Page 2, lower nose. You're too high.
I'm good.
1 mile to runway. Your approach looks good. Stay on course. Perfect, Mage 2. I knew you'd be back. Stand by for further orders. Be ready for your next sortie.
Woo! I landed the plane!
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was a failure. The aircraft carrier Kestrel II was sunk during the attack on Farbanti. Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home. The situation is grim. We have precious little time, however. We have to get to the space elevator.
Space elevator is the key, everybody. Gotta make it there. It's our cutscene today. This might be the scene P. I'm not sure. Hey, that's the guy that shot down, what's-her-face in the previous mission. The guy in the plane.
Mihai's looking worse. Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters.
He's an old
15
man.
and 10. Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age. The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. But he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again. If his flight suit still wasn't good enough to protect him, I can't imagine how many G's he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
Oh, I guess not. Not yet. Still had a bit of time.
How penal is this penal unit, you ask? This place is a shithole. If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters, too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and a mechanic doing a stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who got their wings clipped, too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways. The idea was for Aruja's spy satellite to pick up the heat sig. Even though there weren't any real fighters here, it looked like it on their infrared. I bet you're wondering, if Erusia lost the war, how come they still have a spy satellite? Because someone over there was smart enough to train a bunch of computer nerds to hack into half of Osia's satellites. That's how come. Every now and again, I'd try to bust out. And every single time, those damn dogs would drag me right back. When I was in my cell, I'd hear this voice coming from the guards room. It was the Erusian princess rallying her people on the Erusian national broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers. You want to hear something funny? The guards were big fans too. I swear to God, every time she was on the air, they'd turn up the volume on the radio and sit there listening. I could see how someone like her could win the hearts and minds of soldiers and workers alike. When the princess said something, you could tell she meant every word. Lately, she'd been having more fun with her speeches, and that made her seem even more charming. You could say her charm was like a virus. Whenever she'd point out stuff that was wrong with Osia, the prisoners in here went nuts. Hell, if anyone knew how messed up Osia was, it was the prisoners. They'd shout, "Burn Osia down."
And then they throw toilet paper in the hall?
No way am I just gonna sit here and rot away in this hellhole. Dark blue. Instead of building fake-ass planes to trick Erusia, I'm gonna build one that'll really take off. You can count on that.
Don't worry, lady, you will. And don't worry, chat. You'll understand where she factors in soon. A lot sooner than the end of the game.
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting on us. The hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man who spearheaded the construction of the space elevator. Osia's former president, Mr. Harling.
He was the president of Osia during Ace Combat 5, if you remember.
He's been classified as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian forces. However, according to the latest intel, a military officer accompanying Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility. Both are waiting for a chance to escape. Enemy anti-air radar network has been set up around the space elevator. It's likely a large squadron would be detected. We will send a single aircraft through the network and send in a rescue team soon after. A number of anti-air radars have been set up around the space elevator. However, our reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the southeastern coast of Selatapura, so we can elude the enemy's observation. There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year. Flying through the clouds will enable us to stay hidden from their radar. If you happen to be detected by their radar, we will be forced to abort the mission. The lone pilot will head up this strategy as you, Trigger.
Yep! It's always
After
me.
you bust through, secure the rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the anti-air weapons. Gollum and others will arrive shortly for support. Provide escort for Mr. Harling's craft after rendezvous. Good luck out there, everyone.
Why do they leave it up to the rookie to do such a dangerous, like, mission? Like, they're leaving it up to me to actually do this part? Okay. Let's just buy this and see... Oh boy. The Japanese F-15 looks like it's going to cost a lot of money to get. 375,000 money MRP. I'm going to say it's just money points. And we're just going to send them up right like that.
Aircraft preparations complete. Sortie ASAP.
We got to save the president. Man, the last time we rescued the president, he was locked away in a castle. Manufacturer's retail price. Damn, Tim, that kind of makes sense a little bit.
Entering operation area. Imposing radio silence. We'll radio you, but you are not permitted to make contact.
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck.
Alright, let's get there.
Mage 2's in the clouds.
Man. I'm using a mission involving the president, and I have to navigate through a radar network. Kind of reminds you of that Mr. Cargo level from Ace Combat 5. And there's the space elevator.
Trigger, you're a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused.
It's also one of those levels where you spend very little time looking at what's on screen and just that little display in the bottom left corner.
Situation normal. Nothing sighted.
I'm amazed they don't hear your aircraft.
Trigger, you got two directions you can take up here. Just go with your gut. Don't worry, we're watching over you.
Let's go take the shortcut. Make this go faster.
You're making good progress, Trigger. You're currently halfway to your rendezvous point. Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's just gonna be you and your radar out there. Just know, you got a bunch of people pulling for you. And I'm one of them. You're 3/4 of the way. Been a long fight, but you're nearly home.
Looks like we got another shortcut we can take.
Harling is still the president in my eyes. He ended the war, built the space elevator, and launched a spaceship from it. Despite his success, he remained a humble hero. I'll do my best to save him. Let me a hand, Trigger.
The AWACS is very proud of the president. Well, former president, but you know the drill. Former president is still given the title of president. Oh boy, and we're in the clear.
Trigger, the first stage of the mission is clear. Don't celebrate yet. The real fight's about to get started. Radio silence is now lifted. The auxiliary craft will be arriving shortly. Destroy the anti-air around the space elevator. We're securing Sea Goblin's landing zone. Target destroyed.
Sea Goblin?
Mage 2 locked. Mage 2, target destroyed.
Sea Goblin was the name of the darn chopper and the darn helicopter in 5 as well.
Mage 2, anti-ship missile launched. Missile closing, evade! Mage 2, target down. Half of the anti-air guns down. Mage 2, missile launch.
Trigger, sorry about the wait. Cavalry's here. Column
Nice.
Squadron. Trigger jumped through the fire. Now it's our turn. Understood.
Gargoyle Squadron, stay focused. You all know your job.
All aircraft, eliminate the enemy before they can respond. Sea Goblin will arrive shortly. Eliminate hostile
That was close.
anti-air before then.
Hope you guys weren't holding your breath on that
Sights are
one.
down. You're almost out of special weaponry.
It's okay, I don't need special
All
weapons
anti-air
anyway.
guns destroyed.
I think it's all aerial targets once I
Destroy
neutralize the
remaining
platform.
SAM sites and secure the LZ.
This is Sea Goblin. We've arrived. Do we have a clear LZ?
Mission still in progress. Stand by.
Oh, yes, you do.
All SAM sites down. The landing zone is secure. Sea Goblin, you are cleared to land.
Roger. Rendezvous point in sight. We're almost there.
Multiple bandits over Selatapura Harbor. They're container-launched UAVs.
Sea Goblin, good. Going up to meet our two VIPs.
Rescue craft tagged on. Initiate.
rescue craft on the ground is defenseless. Gollum and Mage, destroy all hostiles.
Oh boy, we got a lot of...
It's been a long journey, but you're on the home stretch.
Gargoyle will stand by near the space elevator.
Sea Goblin, heading over to the Express's location now. Run for the container!
Special weaponry depleted.
Missile.
Vehicle down. Locked.
Yeah, Mage 2 destroyed the target. Ambush! Fire from the far shore! They're targeting us! Get behind
What,
the
that... I'm positive I shot that one.
We'll pass out some exhaustion before the enemy wears out. Return fire! Sierra 2, hold position! We're cut off!
Eliminate all enemy UAVs. Don't let up.
Taking fire! We're pinned down! Shoot back!
UAVs approaching the space elevator. Stop them.
Express identified! Behind the gantry crane!
There, I think I got him.
Stay right
I think I got all the trucks.
Jacob's been hit! Incoming rocket!
Sea Goblin, all survivors, respond. Is Mr. Harling alive? That's about half. Mop up the rest.
They got the chopper and Sierra too! That was their little barracks!
Very nice.
Rocket!
Jeez, what the heck's going on over there?
UAV down.
What, there's another truck?
UAV confirmed down.
Missile.
This is Colonel Johnson. Do you copy? I am with President Harling. Rescue unit down. Long soldier has this radio. Let's get Mr. Harling out of here.
Sir, we feel the same way. We'll figure something out.
Man, I must have missed these trucks. Either they just... No! Darn it, it launched.
His engines are on.
I heard you were in the Air Force, Colonel. Can you fly?
Better than Mr. Harling.
Man, that sound those drones make when they fly by.
Golem 1, Box 2.
Stall warning.
Golem 2, hang in there.
3 remaining. All squadrons be advised. The call
Oh, there's
sign
another
is
container
Mother
truck.
Goose 1. I've sent the information via the data link.
Mother Goose 1. That's the best you can come up with.
And of course, the transport plane itself is called Mother Goose 1.
Mage 2, missile away. 1 remaining.
Alright, we're almost there with the drones.
We're swarming. No way we can provide adequate cover.
Got him.
All UAVs have been splashed. All aircraft. Former President Harling's transport is ready to take off. Mother Goose 1, take off.
Alright. Mother Goose 1 taking off. Mr. Harling wants
Let's wait till we're home safe. Mage Squadron, Mother Goose 1 is heading south. Provide support.
Oh, jeez.
Remaining.
Skykeeper, bogeys on my radar. Bearing 220.
Sighting confirmed as MQ-101, forerunner for Arsenal Bird.
Uh-oh.
Big bird is coming, huh?
Mage, protect Mother Goose 1. Shoot down any UAVs. Gollum, intercept the UAVs.
Golem 1 will kill. That last battle taught me a lot about those a-holes. Golem 2, don't stray off on me. Always maintain element.
Wilco, forming up.
Whoa, again, Trigger? Can't let you have all the glory.
Yeah, you can.
Locked.
Required lock on bandit. Firing.
Oh, I should have just fired at him.
Roger. Fire you, Golem 1. Transport.
any UAVs near Mother Goose 1.
Okay.
Missile headed for a friendly.
Mother Goose 1 has been shot down.
But well, that was quick. I get the order and then immediately it goes boom.
Mage Squadron, Mother Goose 1 is heading south. Provide support.
Alright, I'll just stick with Mother Goose 1 then. See, once again, just like Ace Combat 6, it's very nice that this game has a checkpoint system in place.
Skykeeper, bogeys on my radar. Bearing 220.
Sighting confirmed as MQ-101, forerunner for Arsenal Bird.
The big bird is coming, huh?
Mage, protect Mother Goose 1. Shoot down any UAVs. Gollum, intercept the UAVs.
Golem 1 will kill. That last battle taught me a lot about those a-holes.
So I gotta stick
Golem 2,
with
don't stray off on me.
Mother
Always
Goose 1,
maintain
huh?
element.
Wilco, forming up.
Trigger, enemy UAV down. Nice work. Keep it up.
Roger. Sending EVs to transport. Orders are to fire warnings. Yes, sir. He's an old guy.
Oh, that one. Oh, these ones are punching through. Gotta stop them.
Mother Goose 1, UAV on your tail. Take evasive action.
I hear you. But this isn't exactly a fighter.
Enemy UAV down. Great job, Trigger.
Understood. An Arsenal Bird is on its way. Strategic AI chose liberty over justice. Courses have already changed.
Oh, what was that?
Cargo 1, where's the signal? Gargoyle Squadron, stand by for my orders. Someone's on the lighthouse. I mean the harbor. They won't be able to get home. That ship isn't one of ours. Where's the signal?
What was that plane just spawned behind us?
Gargoyle, change radio frequency.
Mother Goose 1 here. I'm about to leave the airspace. Keep your fingers crossed.
Gargoyle, it's time. Attention, Gargoyle Squadron, babble, babble, babble.
Enemy UAV.
Gargoyle 3 to Babel.
Double roger. Skykeeper, what the hell was that?
Gargoyle did their job.
I figured, but why weren't we informed? The IUN can't coordinate between branches as usual.
Oh boy.
Gargoyle Squadron, report.
AQ, one hit was scored. The rest were intercepted by UAV. The elevator's wind brake took a scratch. Nothing more.
Roger. Continue to maintain air superiority.
They're they accidentally hit the space elevator.
Mother Goose 1 hit.
Mother Goose 1 has been hit. Colonel Johnson, respond. Mage Squadron, assess the situation.
This is Mage 1. I have Mother Goose 1 in my sight. Cabin's fine, but the cockpit's not looking so good.
Colonel Johnson, are you okay?
Don't worry about that. Just send help this way. I'm sorry. Get Mr. Harling. Please.
Uh-oh.
Mother Goose 1, respond. Mother Goose 1.
Skykeeper, should we continue providing cover for Mother Goose 1?
Of course.
Uh-oh, Mother Goose 1's in trouble. What's it doing?
Radar lock acquired.
Mother Goose 1 is turning. What's going on? They're heading to the space elevator.
Yeah, what? What are you doing?
It's flying at a steady altitude. Who's in control?
It's not the Colonel. Mr. Harling's the only one on board. Mother Goose 1, respond. Mr. Harling, please respond.
We can't protect our objective if it sticks around here. Now's not the time to freak out, fellas. We've still got a job to do, so let's do it. Keep your mind focused.
Mr. Harling, we are not giving up on you. The UAVs are approaching Mother Goose 1.
Let's go, Trigger.
Take him down now, Mage Squadron. 1 minute remaining.
Lock acquired.
Turn 180 degrees and exit combat airspace. Mother Goose 1, Mr. Harlan.
Oh boy.
Are you piloting that plane?
Arsenal Bird Liberty, passing waypoint 2.
Oh my god, Mother Goose 1 has been shot down.
Where'd the missile come from?
Mage 2 fired that.
It was Ocean. A friendly missile hit him.
Verifying the situation. Stop speculating. Friendly fire. I saw it. Mother Goose 1 exploded in air. No one could have survived.
Looks like it tried to protect the elevator. Erusian bastards, they just killed a hero.
Mage 1. Was it Trigger? Trigger was the closest. UAVs were crawling all over our objective. I told you to keep a goddamn eye on the hatchling. It must have been a mistake. Arsenal Bird is entering. All aircraft withdraw immediately.
Well, this isn't good. For me.
Trigger, you can't fly for a while. You understand?
I don't think we're just going to plane jail. I think we're going to real jail.
The operation to rescue former President Harling has failed. Sadly, there is no hope he survived. Trigger, you are suspected of assassinating the former president. There will be an inquiry. There will most probably be a court-martial.
Well, damn. Silence is golden. Got a skin. I don't know what it was all about, but yeah, I think we're going to real jail, guys. Not just plain jail.
Bad news for us here at the prison. The enemy fell for our decoy base. With all the fake planes and trucks we had out, it must have looked to them like the Ocean Air Force was about to go on the attack. Day after day after day after day, they bombed us. Osea didn't give a damn. We weren't soldiers to them, so go ahead. Bomb us.
I fired a
In their
missile
eyes,
at a
we were
drone that was right behind the
worth less than
right
the
behind
fake
Harling's
planes in the
transport, and the
bunkers.
transport blew up.
No biggie.
That's
on
what
the
happened.
fake planes, they had me put together some working ones. Then some genius at HQ decided.
No,
we should
this isn't
send
my
it up,
first time.
So the base looked legit. Thankfully, we had people to crew them. It didn't matter what we were.
But hey,
locked up
welcome,
anymore.
Ichiro.
Top brass needed pilots, and criminals were all they had. A crook, a gambler, an anarchist. Just your typical lowlifes. They threw each one of them in a cockpit and sent them up to intercept the enemy's planes. But
Glad
in
you
the
can make
end,
it and see the
it was
show.
all just for show. So up they went, day after day after day.
You got
Today
to
they're
tune
tossing
in for the
millions
final
of
game of my Ace Combat
Wonder
series
what you did to get
stream.
sent here.
I've played through all of the mainline numbered games up until
My
now.
dad died flying
So
for the Ocean Air Force. When your allies are surrounded, one of the most dangerous missions is giving them cover to retreat. Whoever signed up for that was a real hero. But even more dangerous than that was being the one who had to cover the rear guard's retreat.
it's a really good one. I put it on
That
par
was
with
my
the
dad.
PS2 games.
And one time, he called it off. Said it was too late for him. Said anyone else would have done the same. I found that out from a war buddy of his when he came to tell me how my dad died. The next time a retreat happened, my dad volunteered to be in the rear guard. Dumbass. He died all right. No one came to help. The news nearly broke me. Of all the ways to get killed, that's gotta be the most pathetic one ever. Am I right? There's a rumor going around about another inmate. A guy they brought here a little while ago. Get this. Talk in the cell block says he was sent here because he killed Harling.
There
the
you
president
go.
of Osea during the last war, remember?
There you go.
He's the one
Now
that
you know
sent
what
my dad on that
what her
suicide
relation to
mission.
the game is.
He's the reason I had to go live with my grandpa, and why me and Gramps started building a supersonic jet. He's the reason I ended up here. Maybe I should give that guy a thank you note for killing him. Nah. God, I hate the smell of this place. It's all fake and lies and bullshit. It reeks.
Well, next time, lady, don't fly an F-104 right when a war's breaking out. An unlicensed...
Alright guys, I'll let you in on some juicy
Oh,
info.
I'm in jail.
The new guy was found guilty by the International Union Peacekeeping Forces court-martial. He is the murderer of Harling in the flesh. His tack name's Trigger. Now, as of today, he may be attached to the Ocean Air Force Base 444th Squadron. But that is just some symbolic bullshit. It doesn't really matter if he's Harling's murderer or not. Every last one of you has been incarcerated for one reason or another. You cons have an obligation to atone for your crimes. A few of you in the penal unit know how to fly, and HQ needs to plug the deficit in our Air Force. So they proposed sending you guys on a reconnaissance mission to the Waiapolo Mountains. But that idea was flat out rejected. Nope, you'll be atoning for your crimes right here at this base. This base is a decoy designed to draw enemy fire, and as members of this base, you'll be taking hits from the enemy. This will allow our forces to safely prepare a counterattack.
Incoming!
Switch off that alarm. It's just the usual. I thought Zapland was supposed to be an isolated area. Okay, I'm gonna need a few aircraft to scramble.
Again?
Wonder how many we'll lose today. Better than solitary. Enemy aircraft detected over the dummy runway.
We just need to make it look like we can put up a fight. Some of those piles of junk can at least take off. Let's get the guiltiest cons in the sky first. We'll start with Harling's murderer. We don't expect you to down any bombers, but what we do want is to make them think that we've got an active base here.
Yeah, I have the extra missions. I'm definitely going to be doing a separate stream for those once I get that. Alright. I don't have anywhere near enough money for the next plane on the tree. Nope, not even close. I'm just gonna stick with what I got. But nah, let's not waste our money on sub-weapons just yet, even though they're dirt cheap.
It's time to get busy, convicts. Proceed with your mission now.
At least they let me keep. At least they let me find an F2, an F2A, like somewhere in this darn thing that can take off, so I don't have to change my plane.
Follow orders, Trigger. Taxi to the runway now. Check your altimeter and wait in front of the runway.
Control, would you kindly send me up first?
Spare 8, Champ, this is the control tower. You're not cleared for takeoff. Obey orders.
Go to hell.
All aircraft preparing for takeoff. Watch out for Spare 8. He's forcing a takeoff.
I'll take up command. Any objections? That'll get decided in the skies. Touche.
Trigger, your call sign is Spare 15. Consider it your prisoner number for the air. Commencing deception and interception.
Spare 15, the runway's free. You have permission to take off. Go now.
Woohoo! My blood's boiling!
Toss the chump in solitary once he gets back.
Spare 8, when you...
Oh yeah, I know exactly where those missions take place,
Spare
Ichiro.
15, takeoff confirmed. Altitude restriction lifted. Go.
So, no missiles again. The FCS is locked.
Yep, just gotta fly around.
You're good. Let's make this more interesting. Prisoners use nothing without supervision. Not even a pencil.
And yet they're letting us fly planes around.
He shot 2 missiles right between old Harling's eyes. Always in the know, aren't you? In this war, intel is a life or death matter. Settle down. Excited to have another murderer with you?
Yeah!
This is Turndawg. Spare 15, I'm handling surveillance. The bombers that attacked the runway are coming back for another round.
I know it's just a dummy runway. You guys just need to make a lot of noise. Make them think there's fighters at the base.
Anyone got a smoke? I'll owe you one.
If any of you die, just think of it as you atoning for your crimes.
Much appreciated.
One more thing. Any aircraft leaving the operation area will be shot down. You hear me?
Righto.
Damn, how do they... They must have a way of keeping track of that.
You like what you see, Trigger? You want to fly like me? I can teach you a few things back in base. You can try to hide it with fancy words, but we know you're just a coward, Count.
There's a juicy target.
Look at them. Blowing up a bunch of paper planes.
The enemy seems to think our Air Force is concentrated on this base. Everything on the ground is fake. Can't the enemy see that? Means they're that convincing.
Shit! The enemy just hit the control tower. Hey, what's with all the shaking?
Oh no! They actually hit a target.
Not let the enemy get closer. Are you trying to kill me?
Shall I order them to shoot down? Commander McKinsey? Damn it! Spare squadron, listen up. Shoot down everything carrying bombs. Weapons free. You're clear to engage. Show no mercy.
Running done by now. After the odds.
They actually let us fire weapons.
This is the penal unit.
Count's going for
I decide when you die.
All right, I'm assuming command. All aircraft support me. Who's gonna dance?
For the record, there's some really amusing Easter eggs, or some really amusing dialogue you can get for purposely failing the mission. I'm not gonna actually like try to fail the mission though, but
Fox 2.
figure that you get some really amusing commentary of like all the prisoners laughing their asses off if you let the control tower get destroyed. Or cheering, rather.
They're after me. Sorry, I got lucky.
Spare 15, bandit splashed.
Trigger, keep an eye on your head count. We can compare later. Yeah, I'm betting that report will get dressed up real pretty.
Although I may purposely fail the runway landing just for that one, because that one's good too.
I've yet to confirm the destruction of the targets. Continue on with the mission. Radar pinged. Incoming hostile group detected. Take care of them.
Righto.
A bomber's at high altitude. Stop watching your own asses and look up.
We're getting there, don't worry.
Allow me to educate you. In this unit, you get your tail marked with scratches. The more scratches, the more heinous the crime. They're called sin lines. You have 3 scratches, right, Trigger? Well, you are.
Thanks for following, bro. Hey, stay tuned for on our channel for more than just Ace Combat. Oh man, fired the one without before it started tracking. I'll fire 2 just to make sure.
Big man down. I'm surrounded.
Wow, look at Trigger go. Lucky shot. Bingo.
That's probably not going to hit. Yep, totally whiffed. Let's aim for that one first.
A monkey can do this work. Anyone up for some poker tonight?
Your ass is mine. Die. Focus on destroying the target.
Aw, I actually took a hit. No fair. I could have just used flares, but whatever.
At least he's decent at what he's famous for. I wouldn't go that far. Target's that slow on a challenge. Don't let
let it go to your head, murderer.
Multiple bandits inbound. They got bombers and support.
All aircraft follow me. You too, murderer. Jeez, now he thinks he's squadron leader.
Oh, we're up high here.
Shut down now. I got good money riding on your survival. Some guys have got big money riding on you going down, so watch your back.
Spare 7, shut up. You don't need a yap to pull the trigger.
God damn. The 444th has some fantastic banter, by the way.
Trigger again. Don't get excited. It's beginner's luck.
Counts is just jealous.
It's a pretty nice ride. Instrument service pretty good. Can't believe these seats used to be scrap. Just what kind of magic does she have up her sleeves anyway?
They're talking about the girl in the cutscenes.
Acting like she's royalty or something. That's because she's the scrap queen. Queen? More like a bad-tempered tomboy.
See, story cutscene character actually gets acknowledged right away.
Maybe even all of them. That was dumb luck, tabloid. Off of me.
Spare 15, don't take all the fun away from your comrades. 4 targets remaining.
The AWACS for the 444 band dog, he's great. He's one of my favorite characters in this game. Alright, where... There he is. No, that's a different one. That's the last one I want to go for. I want to go for this one. Wherever. He's below me, isn't he? No, he's above.
The targets are still active. Keep up the attack.
My gosh, I must be blind.
Are you... Wilco, Commander McKenzie, please maintain silence for the moment.
Yeah, don't you love hearing that?
2 targets remaining.
Why in the world would someone make a squadron of convicts? Gotta be some kind of reason. Now, the paper-mache strategy at the base seems to be doing the trick. Because every man and his dog has an idea how to end the war. Oh, yeah! Let's do this!
Spare 8, watch your mouth. All targets confirmed eliminated.
Hell yeah!
Oh,
Well, the Fox 1, Fox 2, that's for when you actually fire the missiles. The little missile beeps are when the missile's on you.
RTB. Trigger's still with us. Must have the devil in his corner. Spare 7, what happens if the one you've bet on dies while landing?
Then you win. So what? You're not done?
Just checking.
Bandog totally bet on me dying.
Spare 15, this is the control tower. Make your landing check.
Alright.
You don't want a wreck blocking the runway. Spare
Alright.
15, you have permission to land. Wind conditions are calm.
You want me to purposely crash this? I'll do it.
2 miles to go.
Gotta do it as best as possible.
Lower your airspeed. Trigger's down! Damn it!
Huh. Looks like I won that bet, Spare 7.
God damn it. Thanks, Bandog.
Spare 15, this is the control tower. Make your landing check. We don't want a wreck blocking the runway. Spare 15, you have permission to land. Wind conditions are calm. 2 miles to go. Too fast. Lower your airspeed.
Beautiful.
Bank left. Lower your nose. You're too high. 1 mile to go.
Yeah, the prison dudes are pretty awesome.
Stay on course. least you're down. Careful with the aircraft next time.
Oh,
I
hush.
lost a lot of money for that trigger. Don't forget.
How much money did he bet on me dying?
Did I say you could take down the enemy? Throw anyone who disobeys into solitary.
That's it? Does that mean we're all in solitary confinement now? Yeah, where's the cutscene with the
Mihai's granddaughters liked to keep to themselves mostly. They were well behaved and possessed a sort of
I think this is the
quiet
1P.
From time to time, I'd catch myself looking at them, wondering what they were talking about. I'm sure everyone on the base did the same. They were such enthralling creatures.
Calls his
Every
granddaughters
night,
creatures.
A crowd would gather around Mihai. They were the men tasked with guarding him in the air.
Oh, this might not be it.
Their jackets all bore the same patch, a relic from a nation that was long gone. Decades ago, during the Age of Expansion, the Kingdom of Erusia absorbed many countries. Theirs was one of them. Mihai asked them,
Yet what is a nation? Can we actually see the physical lines that divide one from another?
People of my generation can no longer speak the language of our homeland. My grandparents always look sad when they see I have no idea what they're saying to me.
Mihai didn't say a word after that. His scarred face betrayed no emotion. He didn't get those scars from flying, though. Mihai was originally from Shalaji. His real name is Mihai Dumitru Margarita Corneliu Leopold Blanca Carol Aeon Ignatius Raphael Maria Nikitas A. Shalaji.
And Knuckles.
When he was young, he was the heir to the Grand Duchy of Shalaji. Then, revolution broke out among his people. Mihai was betrayed by a close friend who pointed a gun at his face and pulled the trigger. The revolution was successful, but the new country that sprang from it was annexed by the expanding Kingdom of Erusia. The Erusian royal family allowed Mihai's family to retain their title and noble standing in the new kingdom. But Mihai surprised them all by signing up for the draft like an ordinary Erusian citizen. He was then accepted into the Air Force Academy by order of the king. Mihai soon became an ace pilot. When the royal family was ousted and Erusia became a republic, he continued his service for the new regime.
Oh, we're still not at the scene. Oh, yeah.
Soon
Never
flourished.
mind.
One day, a classmate of Mihai's granddaughter...
P, this is the cutscene.
I noticed the rose emblem. She laughed like a princess, and I found out later she was indeed the daughter of Erusia's new ruler. She was
The famous
connection
dog.
to the royal bloodline everyone was looking for, the one to restore the monarchy. This new princess was truly a godsend for the Erusian people. If Mihai's granddaughters were like the moon, she was like the sun, around which everything seemed to orbit. Her face was so expressive. It's no wonder the people of this war-torn country instantly felt at ease when they saw her speeches. They started singing. The pilots of the support plane smiled, even though they wished their nation were independent from hers. Angelic. I wonder how Mihai felt about all of this. It was my job to research his neurological data, after all. I wish I could figure him out. Whatever his feelings were about losing his homeland, he kept hidden, even from me.
I'll explain. I'll explain the deal after this briefing, and this will be the last mission of the night. So.
Your mission is to atone for your crimes by attracting the enemy's attention. First, I want you to head from the base to the desert region of Roca-Roja to the northwest. And then second, you will attack the large Erusian base there. We've been unable to verify that base's ability to deal with fighters. You will attack and provoke the enemy into revealing their AA strategy. Get them to fire at you as much as you can. That way, we can confirm where they're firing from. Then it's a case of sending in a regular force to clean them out. For this mission, we prepared a frontline base that can be used for ammo replenishment and aircraft repairs. However, this is not for you guys. Only the regular force has permission to use it. Even if you run out of ammo, don't forget that you're just decoys. You stay out there as targets for the enemy.
So you got that? We have a return. This is a score attack mission. We have a return line, but you're not allowed to use it. Alright. So, what was the deal with that cutscene back there? Why the heck was the dog literally a flat JPEG in the cutscene? Basically, if you had... For those of you who haven't heard, the story goes that, as this game was being made, one of the developer's staff dogs had passed away. And so the team decided that they were going to sort of, the team decided to, like, sort of make an homage to him, or, you know, by, or honor the dog, honor his dog's passing by, taking the, by basically putting the last photo, the last living photo of it in the game, and everything. The thing is, the way they did it, it makes it stand out like a sore thumb, and it makes you wonder why they didn't just like say have like say like a cutscene where like there's a close up of someone's desk and it shows and it focuses on the dog. Yeah, it's such a, you know, it's such a heartfelt tribute, but at the same time, you know, it leads to such a strange like a strange out of place look. Whoops! I hit the briefing. I wanted to go to the tree. But yeah, that's the real reason, is that that's actually to honor a staff member's dog passing away, and it's just... But it's like... I feel like there could have been a more effective way to do it, but it is what they did. It is what it is, and I have to say, like, I think that actually made it more memorable and made the story get out more in the long run. So, I guess it actually did what it set out to do. And it caught everyone's attention, so you know, everyone who played the game like found out about that, and a lot of people who saw that dog, like, you know, did some more research and learned that's the history behind it. I don't think there's any good. Increases tactical laser and pulse laser firing distance. Well, good thing I have eaten neither of those.
Aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Alright, this will be the last mission of the night. Long day. It's a score attack mission, so we just gotta rack up a lot of points within the time limit. One thing I have to say is that this one has a pretty tight requirement. And overall, the score attack missions have real tight requirements in this game, compared to, say, like 4. Like 4 or 0, they have pretty generous or lenient opportunities.
We blow the shit out of everything.
Sharp as a tack, aren't you, Spare Aid? Regular forces can reduce losses if you tenderize the base first. If you can't handle that, just fly and be a target.
The Annihilation Bastard goal is to destroy enough enemies to reach the indicated score. A higher score at the end will result in a better rank.
We're being attacked. Enemy aircraft. A whole squadron. Ready the anti-air interceptors. Open fire. Affirmative. We'll do what we can.
Spare 15 locked on. Transport truck spotted. Not a threat. Feel free to take them out.
Ruling the week is a kind of special.
You're hitting 3 locations, so some have air power, so their threat levels vary. Think of the best way to rob them of their ability to respond. Use those empty heads of yours. If you die too fast, you won't even be useful as targets.
What are the odds of getting out alive?
That's for you to figure out, Spare 7. Any regular aircraft that join later needing any repairs or ammo will fly over the return line. However, you guys do not have that luxury. So, what are we supposed
We take out. I think I get a bonus for taking out the bombers before they can actually take off.
I'm out. Returning to resupply. How are we supposed to work without ammo? I'm heading back.
Nice try. This stuff isn't for you guys.
Let's be honest here. Regulars like us aren't allowed to resupply. But in your heart, you want us to smash that base. Am I off?
You're gonna wish this mission never ended.
Looks like Turndawg's finally come around.
Faster to broken blue line, you're ready to return to base.
Scratch one hostile.
That was fast. Keep up the good work.
Right up. Trigger. Rocking it hard.
Cut the crap. There's work to do.
Stop that thing!
Hostiles in your area are nearly wiped out. Get moving to a more crowded area. Try to catch some more lead.
I'm going after it, please.
You're giving me another shot? Must be my lucky day.
The enemy base is divided into 3 sections. You did nothing more than destroy just one of them. Why are you acting like some big shot, Count?
Trigger's the one who did most of the work.
Why are you so proud of that, full band?
Turndawg asking the hard, asking the hard questions. Laying a bunch of truth bombs on everyone else.
Enemy reinforcements. Check your radars. Confirmed kill on AA gun. Vehicle down.
You get some cool dialogue on this level. There's a tunnel, and if you fly through the tunnel, you get some amusing dialogue. I'm gonna try to remember where it is.
Spare 11, just do your job.
Just give us a bomb big enough to know the area.
Trigger destroyed the enemy facility while everyone else was sleeping.
The murderer's done it again. We're gonna have to rethink the odds.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Bandit in my sight. No, we got a fire!
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Lock on, Bandit.
Nothing but trouble this mission, I'm afraid.
Launching anti-ship missile. Target destroyed.
Ready, upon
Missile.
Mark 2.
Missile.
Oh yeah, how they just materialize. You like launch them, and then they all go away, and then they magically reappear.
The only thing we keep hitting is the ground.
All right, I saw the tunnel, so I'm gonna go through it just for fun.
Bandit in my sight. Lock on.
Fox 2.
Bandit evaded attack. Trying again.
Yeah, check this out. You get some good lines from this.
Trigger crashed. Trolling an idiot. Spare 15, anti-ship missile away.
Missile!
Down to target.
I have one more LASM left.
Special weaponry is gone.
Getting out of block. Breaking.
If only I could bring a radio to my spirits.
In gun range. Vehicle down.
Locked on Bandit.
Enemy got away. The anti-air guns are hit hard. Our air defense capabilities are compromised.
Oh, jeez, that was bad.
Let's make a bet. Whoever guesses the next strategy wins. You can get in on this too, Turndawg.
Maybe you guys need to cool your heads off in solitary.
Let me look into this stock gun.
Nope. That was a waste of shots.
Look into a terminal. It's amazing how many people write their password on a note by their desk. Gathering intel is all about getting access.
Spare 15, launching missile.
Oh, that missed.
Locked on bandit. Fox 2. Don't ice up in there. Target destroyed.
Oh, warehouse over there. Oh, but these fighter jets are worth some cash.
Incoming missile. Breaking. One down.
Locked on.
See if we can get some more fighters. Oh, that guy. Oh, someone make 21. What? No! No! And because it's a score attack, I have to start from scratch.
Some welcome. All aircraft spread out and attack.
Now, the way the score attack works in this one is that it basically is you have to wait out the entire timer. And basically, however high your score is by the time the timer expires, that's what you get. That's the rank you get.
If you tenderize the base first.
I kind of like the other ones where if you reach the goal early, you can you get better rank.
We're being attacked. Enemy aircraft. All squadron. Ready the anti-air interceptors. Open fire. Affirmative. We'll do what we can.
Transport truck spotted. Not a threat, but feel free to take them out.
Is a kind of specialty of mine.
You're hitting 3 locations. Some have air power, so their threat levels vary. Think of the best way to rob them of their ability to respond. Use those empty heads of yours. If you die too fast, you won't even be useful as targets.
What are the odds of getting out alive?
That's for you to figure out, Spare 7. Any regular aircraft that join later needing any repairs or ammo will fly over the return line. However, you guys do not have that luxury.
So, what are we supposed to do?
All promise destroyed before takeoff. Who did that? Scratch one hostile.
That was fast. Keep up the good work.
Rhino. The fire set off a chain reaction.
Definitely take out these F-16s. They're worth some good money.
Cut the crap. There's work to do.
Oh my gosh.
I'm out. Returning to resupply. How are we supposed to work without ammo? I'm heading back.
Nice try.
Stop!
This stuff isn't for you guys.
I'm
Be
getting
honest here,
swarmed.
the regulars like us aren't allowed to resupply. But in your heart, you want us to smash that base. By off?
You're gonna wish this mission never ended.
Looks like Bad Dog's finally come around.
Quit waving your ass at the enemy.
Hostiles in your area are nearly wiped out. Get moving to a more crowded area. Try to catch some more lead.
I'm going after the planes instead.
You're giving me another shot? Must be my lucky day.
The enemy base is divided into 3 sections.
Nice.
You did nothing more than destroy just one of them. Why are you acting like some big shot, Count?
Haha, Trigger's the one who did most of the work.
Why are you so proud of that, full band? Target destroyed.
I missed one, but whatever.
Locked. Missile away.
All right. Have a good one. Glad you could watch. Thanks for watching, Echo.
Enemy reinforcements. Check your radars.
This is Spare 11. Enemy base dead ahead. Damn it, we can't do this from the sky. We need ground troops.
Spare 11, just do your job.
Just give us a bomb big enough to blow the area.
Tank destroyed. Trigger destroyed the enemy facility while everyone else was sleeping.
The murderer's done it again. I'm gonna have to rethink the odds.
Targeting gun range. Fire.
Oh, F-16. Get him. Those guys are worth some money.
Spare 15, missile away.
Set up AA weapons. Put them on a flat surface.
Sector 6, you've got a bandit.
Nice, nice, nice.
One down. Locked.
Nothing but trouble this mission, I'm afraid.
Target down.
I want it back.
Vehicle down. Enemy has a lock on you.
The anti-air guns are hit hard. Our air defense capabilities are compromised. Just grab whatever you can and return fire.
Alright.
Breaking. Bandit acquired. Initiating attack. Launch it. Bandit on your tail.
Fox 2.
Enemy has a lock.
Yeah, if I can take out these fighters, it'd probably be a lot easier for me, and I get more points that way.
Enemy missile detected.
No.
Bandit to the toe. They're taking off from inside. Donald, you've got to be kidding.
Oh, what? I'm positive I was evading that thing.
A new mission comes in, but it's just one after another. Like that was the plan all along or something. Battle doctrines. Something happens, they tell you what to do next. Osea has one. It probably says where and when pawns like us will die. You mean they already know the next strategy? Hold up. Let's make a bet. Whoever guesses the next strategy wins. You can get in on this too, Turndawg.
Maybe you guys need to cool your heads off in solitary.
Oh, these Griffins are worth some money, though.
Bribe is all you need to look into a terminal. It's amazing how many people write their password on a note by their desk. Gathering intel is all about getting access.
Locked.
Yeah, taking out these Griffins is really, really making bank here. As long as I don't get plastered by missiles, jeez. I'm afraid of losing it again.
If only I can bring a radio to lift my spirits.
Missile launched. Aircraft approaching at high speed. Bearing 280.
Uh-oh.
They're drones.
These must be the infamous drones.
They can dogfight without pilots? What about on the news?
Machines are not replacing humans.
Calm down. They're just obstacles in your way. Don't forget your original mission.
It's bad enough just dealing with the surface. Damn.
Locked on target.
Did the jailer know about the shitstorm we're sending us into? Penal units are just pawns. That liar, son of a bitch.
Don't pretend like you deserve any better. Continue with the operation.
There's no way this base can be attacked from the air. Hostile has a lock.
All right, we almost have the score amount at least.
Fox 2.
Where are the drones anyway? Or are they right behind me?
Enemies locked on me. Someone help me out here.
Oh yeah, they're all over.
Shit, my tail's on fire. Trigger, he's got a lock.
Sounds like a personal problem. Man, if I can go after these drones.
Bear 7. Shit, someone get this enemy off my tail. I can't, I've got my hands full too.
I roll a missile. Shake it off.
God damn it, I'm hit. I'm still at the table. I roll a missile. Another one. I've got a bet on me getting out of this. Someone's down. Who is it? It's High Roller. He's been taken out.
Don't miss your pants over one aircraft being down.
There, I met the score.
A fair amount of work to their ground units, but I see some of you still have ammo. Continue with the attack. Keep yourself nice and exposed till I say otherwise.
What happens to a vet when the banker's out? Another man down. There's no point. Retreat.
Follow your orders. Continue the operation.
That's over because the banker's dead.
I'm hit. My aircraft.
This isn't even a fight. You want to lose all your pilots?
Shut up.
Try and stop me.
Expect this to be a straight.
I'll get behind Trigger. Stick with the best if you want to survive. If anyone wants to die, let him. Poor decision on your part. I've still got top score. Count? Man, you're useless. Everyone knows you played your numbers. If you keep flying straight, you'll get hit.
Ah! I just need to stay alive.
Engage or face punishment.
Keep yapping away, little guard dog.
Pay for this.
Looks like we're the only ones having fun out here. Trigger, the one with the highest score wins. Let's settle who's best once and for all. Tabloid, missile coming at you!
Locked.
I think I just gotta go fast here.
Hostile has a lock. Trigger, he's got a lock.
I don't like this.
Is Trigger still alive?
Missile away.
Oh my gosh!
The enemy's got a lock.
I'm just gonna burn a flare.
I'm locked on.
Get him!
Nice job, Trigger. That's 5. I've shot down 6.
Bullshit. You're still on 2.
Radar's working right.
3 minutes remaining.
Bullshit, you're still on 2.
No missiles left.
Oh, that's not good.
Target is still alive.
I have no more missiles.
Launching missile. This is a whole new kind of war.
Whoa, jeez, this thing's crazy.
Take out anti-air weapons that get in the way.
Hostile has a lock.
You're leaving the operation area.
No, I'm not.
Trigger, missile incoming.
2 minutes remaining.
Fox 2.
I just need to stay alive for another 2 minutes. Oh, I do have missiles left.
7 down. That's more than an ace.
Oh my gosh.
You're not like the ones who scurry back to the base trigger, I'll give you that. Got one on my tail. One down.
Now I just gotta avoid getting killed.
Missile incoming. Evade.
Yeah, I think I'll just evade.
Enemy has a lock on you.
It's not worth trying to get more points if I risk dying.
1 minute remaining. Russian bandit on your tail.
The single missile will take me down.
Come on, hit those damn fighters. I'm spiked. I'll shake him. I can't get close enough to try.
Oh. We're almost there. Oh, I made it.
Okay. You've hit the enemy base enough. Operation is complete. Head back. The bastards who flew off are going to wish they were never born. You guys get a pass.
Damn right. I wouldn't be surprised if we're thrown in solitary too. Hey, who wants to bet who goes into solitary? That's what that gambling nutjob would say if he was still here.
God damn.
Where's your sense of humor, guys? Your buddy's making a joke. Laugh already.
Oh, Bandog. Ugh, oh, that was rough.
You lost planes, but the mission succeeded. However, some of you crossed the return line for supplies and for repairs. This will result in solitary. Take them.
I didn't cross the return line, so I don't get solitary. Crappy C rank, though. First try. Alright. That is where we will end it for the day. Oh man. Well, I hope you guys are enjoying Ace Combat 7 as much as I am playing it, because this one's fantastic. So once again, thanks everyone for tuning in to watch. Glad you guys got to check it out. Let's take a look at our schedule here. Coming up this Friday, don't miss it. At 6 p.m. Eastern, we've got Pib. He's going to finish off the wonderful 101. He's on the final mission, which we hear is going to be a very big load. Be there, check it out. And then on Saturday at the same time, around 6 o'clock p.m. I believe around 6. Tune in, and we will be Tim, Pib, and I will be hosting AI Mario Party. It's going to be a blast. We're going to commentate on some Mario Party AI shenanigans and everything. And lastly, I'm going to be going back to this next week, same time next week, so check that out. Yes, that is this Saturday. Did I say Friday? Okay, Wonderful 101 Friday, AI Mario Party Saturday. That is the plan. So, okay, I did say Saturday. Yeah, that is this Saturday. Yep, it is. It is the week for it. Oh, my mouse keeps showing up on the game thing. Anyhow, that was it for today. Thanks everyone for coming out, and hope you enjoy watching some more Channel 72 in the future. Have a good one.